Okay, the last step. Create a load balancer in Lightsail and attach your WordPress instances. Complete the following steps to create a load balancer in Lightsail and attach your WordPress instances. Okay, sign into your Lightsail console. I have Lightsail console already 2 times, I believe, so I'm there. On the Lightsail homepage, choose a networking tab. Networking. Choose create load balancer. Wow. Oregon, all zones, whatever. On the create a load balancer page, give your load balancer a name and choose create load balancer. Give a name. Load balancer 1. I'm gonna keep it load balancer 1. Choose the name of your load balancer. In the target instances tab, and okay. Load balancer location. Initial configuration. This load balancer will launch with the following protocol configured. I would love to have HTTPS. Why don't I have it? Enabled, not enabled. General web traffic port 80. Why don't I have HTTPS? Not enabled. Before you can enable HTTPS, you must create and attach a valid SSL TSL certificate. That's why I don't have certificate. You can do this later. Okay, that's fine. By default, port 80 always accepts HTTP connections. Identify your load balancer 1. I'm gonna copy the name, just put it here. It's self-explanatory, so I'm not gonna change it. Your Lightsail load balancer must all have unique names. Tagging options, use that to filter and organize your resources. In the Lightsail console, key value tags can also be used to organize your billing and to control access to your resources. Key value. This load balancer will cost 11 USD per month. Okay. Again. Okay. What can I do? And choose the name by load in the target instances. I haven't seen target instances. $18 more will be deducted from my card. DNS name. Wow. Load balancer, Oregon, all zones, DNS name. Let me copy this DNS name, load balancer. I have root 53 already, so target instances. You're currently not balancing traffic between any instances. So WordPress, this one. Attach. Your instances will receive traffic from this load balancer on port 80. Attach another. WordPress 1. Okay. All available instances in Oregon attached. Traffic will be evenly distributed to the following instances. Your instances will receive traffic from this load balancer on port 80. Learn more. Attaching. In the target instances tab, under the target instances section of the page, choose drop-down menu and choose one of your WordPress instances. Choose attach to attach the instance. Choose attach another to attach another instance to the load balancer. Attach all of the duplicate WordPress instances to the load balancer. At the top of the load balancer management page, copy the load balancer's DNS name. Okay. Open a new browser window. Paste the DNS name to the address text box and press enter. Your request is routed through the load balancer and your WordPress website loads. The website that loads is from one of the WordPress instances attached to your load balancer. At this point, your load balancer is configured to route to one of your duplicate WordPress instances. To complete the process, add your load balancer's DNS name as an address A record to a registered domain's DNS. Okay, I will do that in a second. As an address A record to your registered domains. To complete the process, add your load balancer's DNS name, address A record. We'll see that. Let me see now the address, DNS name. Let me see now. Hello world. Yeah, I do have it. Let me look at now. Where was route 53? Here we go. My Stoyan hosted zones, and I have my Stoyan a simple value route traffic to. Now they say create a record. This is what they say. To complete the process, add your load balancer's DNS name as an address A record to your registered domain's DNS. Okay. Create record. Enter multiple values on separate lines as a record. Routes traffic to an IP address and some AWS resources. If I put here this one, what's gonna happen? Enter multiple values. Simple routing policy. What does it say? To complete the process, add your load balancer's DNS name as an address A record to your registered domain's DNS. Yeah, I definitely don't need that. Value info. Route traffic to, choose the applicable value to route traffic to an Amazon Web Services resource that appears in the list. Choose the type of the resource, such as CloudFront distribution or an Amazon S3 website endpoint. Then specify the applicable values, such as Amazon region. Okay. To route traffic to a type of Amazon Web Services. Right now, I have one A record, which points to only one instance. Let me load balancer. load balancer subdomain, load balancer. Okay, milestone.com. Let me see what's gonna happen now. But request invalid batch for our data illegal IP version 4 value is not a valid IP4, of course. Encountered with blah 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 blah. So I would rather add the CNAME. I would rather add a CNAME which points to this address. Let me check like that. Yeah, of course. Encountered with blah 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 blah. So CNAME load balancer. It requires to put IP address here. I don't see how the A record can do the trick here, but this is the very important thing. So now our domain should be pointed to this address. To complete the process, add your load balancer's DNS name as an address A record to your registered domains. Load balancer DNS name as an address A. Okay, let me see, where was it? Yeah, here we go. Add another record, switch to wizard, quick create record info, simple routing, geolocation, latency, multi-value answer. Okay, that's fine, but I don't think this is route traffic IP version 6. Route traffic to another domain name and to some AWS resources. I think this is the right thing to do here. CNAME routes traffic to this domain. Load balancer milestone created. Okay, so it has been created, and the load balancer actually is gonna connect the load balancer. Yeah, let me see now. Here we go. Here we go. So how can I check if it hits one instance or another? Just another WordPress site, so the database is the same. Uploading the media also is the same. So don't really know right now how to check. Users block, just another WordPress site. Hello, welcome to WordPress. This is your first post. A deleted them, start writing. Okay. I'm gonna leave it as it is right now because inbound traffic, target instance, detach, I'll check. So actually it works. Tags delete, load balancer. I have done quite a lot of things. Health checking, quite a lot of things. I have to check my billings, that's for sure. How do I use my domain with this load balancer? Okay, let me open this and let's see how it works. Point your domain to your Lightsail load balancer. After you verify that you control the domain where you want to have encrypted HTTPS traffic, you need to add an address, A record to your domain, the domain's DNS hosting provider that points to your domain, to your Lightsail load balancer. In this guide, we'll show you how to add a record to a Lightsail DNS zone and an Amazon Route 53 hosted zone. Okay, add an A record in Lightsail. On the Lightsail homepage, choose Networking. Choose the DNS zone you want to manage. If you haven't created any records yet, choose Add Record. If you already have CNAME or other DNS record, choose Add Another. For type, choose default A. By the way, load balancer also has IP address. For subdomain, type www in front example, or don't use a prefix if using an Apex domain. For hosting, for destination IP, choose your load balancer from the list of available load balancers. Okay, let me try that. I have a load balancer here. Let me go back to Amazon Lightsail, choose networking. I have DNS zone, which I'm not using anyway because of these things here. So add record, example, load balancer, and load balancer 1. Is that simple? Anyway, the traffic is using right now. The traffic is using Route 53. Well, so I don't know, but I think load balancer myhistorian.com. Okay, is that simple? Now they're gonna show us how to do this in Route 53. For destination IP address, choose the load balancer. Okay, add a record to Route 53. Sign into Route 53 in the navigation panel. Choose hosted zones. Choose the hosted zone for the domain name that you want to use to route traffic to your load balancer. Create record. The quick create record page appears. Note, if you see a choose routing policy page, then choose switch to quick create to switch to the quick create wizard before continuing with the following steps. For record name, type www if you plan to use the subdomain, or leave it blank if you plan to use the apex of your domain. Okay. For record type, choose A, route traffic to an IP version 4 address and some AWS resources. Choose alias. Toggle to enable alias records. I see where it is now. Let's think. Okay, so this is database. Where is my route 53? Here we go. So record name, load balancer, my historian, blah 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 blah. So I can do this. Create record. I'm gonna choose load balancer. Load balancer 1. Load balancer 1 or 2. Let me put 2 or 1. Anyway. Load balancer 2. Alias. Okay. Choose endpoint, alias to another record in this hosted zone, alias to API gateway, API, alias to CloudFront, alias to Elastic Beanstalk environment, alias to application class load balancer, alias to network load balancer, alias to global accelerator, alias to S3 website endpoint, probably is this one, network load balancer application class. Choose region, Africa, no. Let me try to guess on after that. Oregon. Choose network load balancer. No resource found. Okay, so it's not the network load balancer. Let me go and read instead of guessing. Choose alias toggle to enable aliases. Choose the following option in the traffic tool. For choose endpoint, choose alias to application and classic load balancer. Alias to application classic load balancer. Where was that? Alias to classic load and application load balancer. Alias to application and classic load balancer. Choose region is Oregon. Oregon. Choose ball load balancer. That's strange. Alias to application. Alias to application classic load balancer. Choose region. Choose Amazon Web Services region in which you created your Lightsail load balancer. For choose load balancer, enter or paste endpoint URL. DNS name of your Lightsail load balancer. Okay. What did I do here? I remember. So networking, I have a load balancer. Static IP, one Oregon. Yeah, I have one static IP, that's true. Okay, load balancer one. Copy this DNS name. All this is gonna work probably. Come on. And put here, copy and paste the DNS address of the load balancer. Simple routing. Load balancer 1 MyStoyan. Okay. For routing policy, choose simple routing and disable the evaluate target health toggle. Disable. Evaluate target health. Lightsail already performs health checks on your load balancer. For more information, see health checking for your Lightsail load balancer. Your record should look like the following example. Okay, so yeah, I could remove the A records which I have currently, of course, and I just can point my domain name without subdomains directly to the load balancer, but right now I'm using subdomain just for fun and to see how it works with the subdomain load balancer 1. All these records will lead actually to the same point. Create record, let's see, record created. Okay, I have quite a lot of records. MyStoyan A record, load balancer 1, MyStoyan A simple, and it leads here. Also, load balancer MyStoyan with CNAME leads to the very same place. And now, choose create record node. Allow time for the change to propagate through the internet's DNS. This may take a few minutes to several hours. Wow. I'm surprised. Okay. Load balancer mystoyan.com. And voila. It works. It works with CNAME record into the DNS. It works with A record. So it points to the very same place. Let me ping it. So we'll confirm that. Exit right now and ping request could not find blah 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 blah, of course. Load balancer 1 mystory.com. Ping could not find host load balancer blah blah. Please check the name and try again. Okay, so of course it needs to be correctly typed, not with this slashes, forward slashes, ping load balancer 1 and load balancer and just load balancer. Ping request could not find load balancer mystoyan.com. Please check the name and try again. Load balancer 1 is not a problem. Load balancer. Okay, so let me try something. Mystoyan points to one of the instances. Look at 44289255. Let me check the load balancer and see what is its IP address. Load balancer. I'll check how to use my domain. Inbound traffic, metrics, networking, customize health check. Let me see if I can see the load balancer's IP address. All instances load balancer 1 static IP address. I don't see the IP address of the load balancer. Manage, probably I will get to the very same thing here. Inbound traffic, metrics, Oregon load balancer. In any case, I got the IP address. Hopefully I have it somewhere. So let me try mystoyan. Ping mystoyan.com. Request timeout. Okay. Let me try www, which is a CNAME record. 442396T39. Pinging mystoyan.com. Let me see now. Past. Okay, let's go to the instances and see 3442396T39. 442396T39. So I'm pinging this one because the domain name I made it to point directly to only one of the instances. Of course, I have to remove the A records and just leave the A record, which directs the traffic to the load balancer. So this one should be used instead of the rest. This one is the right one. Load balancer, milestone, A simple, blah 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 blah. So the last thing we did. Okay, this is concluding the video now. So we have created a WordPress website with Amazon Web Services, Lightsail, DNS records with Route 53. Lightsail, we didn't have much success. So after that, S3 database in Lightsail, again MySQL database. We created a snapshot of the instance. After that, we created two instances. We created only one copy of the instance. So we had two instances, one load balancer, and in Route 53 we redirected the traffic from one subdomain to the load balancer.